chest necklace. It's nice. Hey, Max, what's up, man? I like this guy. Got a good attitude. Plenty of enthusiasm for chess. He's improving quick. Start with a 10-minute. Can't tell if it's the surface I'm playing on or what. So that'll make that bishop shitty. You don't really want to give me an attacking file, but you could, I guess. See, if you take, then bishop sacks could potentially get interesting. Lock in. Okay, now I need a better square for my knight. Okay, that's not an option yet. I think that's legitimate. Gotta be kind of careful with pushes, because then that pin happens. So let's go here. You can't push, because then I'll take. So let's try that. That'll fix the pin for now. So if you push, then I take, and then what do? If you slid there, then I might have to consider that bishop coming, but not quite yet. What that does to me is now I can feel more comfortable playing g5 because your pin won't happen. Yeah. And if you don't take, which I don't think you should, I'll play there. And then I probably will go here. Well, no. Because it takes, then takes, then takes. But then takes. I think it's fine. Otherwise, I slide here and I look at sacrifices. Well, I think I'm better. Come on. Come on. You probably drop your bishop back to e8. If you want to go there, that's an option for sure. Yeah. Because now... Yeah. Gotta like that move a lot. It would double. I could double my pawns, but then, if you did something like that, I can go here to chase it out. I'll have my rook threatening, and my bishop will protect any ideas of hurting my queen immediately, at least. Yeah, you don't want that pawn to leave there. That's so controlling. Okay. Watch out for any tricks here. If you push, I could even go all the way. It's a safe-ish king. My king, that is. And if I get that pawn, you do need to take the bishop or take the knight. But then it all gets nasty though, really, when you think about it. Okay, so if I go there, and go here and then there. No, because your rook helps. So actually, that doesn't work. I see. Okay. Wait, no. Because if there, then you don't have time to execute that pin because I will threaten the mate. So I can take there. You cannot take my bishop. So if I took there, then you'd have to defend with your bishop. So I'm looking at that. Then you should retreat, of course. I might have messed this up somehow. Wait a minute, because if takes, then pins, then I give my rook, and then you take, then I sack, then I go here, and then you hide again. So I can't do that, though. I guess I can't. It's an important move. You just take, then I go here. Wait. So if I take, and then you, of course, will do that. Then I'll go there, then you'll take my queen. Then I'll go here. I'm threatening mate, of course. Bishop can go back, then I take. I think that's fine. I think I can give you my queen. Because it's there. Then takes. Then boom. I have double rooks. You can't check me. Your king can't move. Right? Okay. So you have no checks. I win. Because when I go, no, Dayton, gosh darn it, what are you doing? Because the fork, man. What are you doing? You're not thinking. You're not thinking. You don't have time. What are you doing? That sucks. It's a missed opportunity there. It's okay. Man. Wake up. Oh, yeah, because they're stacked. Okay. Yeah. Terrible. Terrible, terrible. All right, let's do one more. My place and blitz. I'm tempted to get my queen out here because if I can get that pawn or that pawn in good shape to have a pass pawn, but I've already pushed a few of my king pawns, so I don't really love the thought of my queen struggling to return as a defensive piece. Should I need to? Now, what's possible is that now that the queen is no longer pushing me to defend that, my king's safe, but I got to be a little bit careful. Though f5 looks interesting for my knight, I can't do that either because the pin would be annoying. Okay, if there. Tell you what we should do. Where's your queen wanting to go? I don't fully get it. I mean, that would be a good square for it, probably. I think that's probably a good move. Because then if that were to clear up, I have this nice target. Okay, so I have this. So if I go here and you push, then I can kind of freeze you with that. Okay, and then if your bishop comes back, then I can go here. So I think that's probably the best move. What's holding all this together for me is right now your queen. That'd be a good move, but I can buy myself time to fix it. So now you probably want to do something like this. And what if you go there? I don't think that was your best move. Where's your checks? It doesn't matter because I'm protected. I could even go there. What? And now I have choices. So I'd say that's probably good. Because if you want to go there, I still have time. And now you immediately have to defend that. And I can also try to add pressure there. Okay. and everything good. Gosh darn it. I need to trade the queens if I can. Then I have to go here more or less. Would be a good move. So pushing our king pawns is a tough thing to do. Okay, so pretty simple. That pawn hangs. That would probably be a fine move. And if you do that, I am going to go. Well, no, I'm not. That wouldn't work because you would simply take, and the knight protects the queen, so my queen couldn't. It's a tense game. So if the pawn doesn't go, I'm probably going to go with my queen first. If the pawn goes, I feel like I need to go here or there would be interesting. If I had more time, I would probably look at that. I think this is probably... Okay. Now if I can simplify, I'm really fine. Okay, so your checks. Oh my gosh, Dayton. Jeez. Jeez. Yeah, because that ended up being a nuisance having to try to defend that. Because then I can come after that. Huh. Yeah. Okay. It's all right. G4 has to be played. Let's play a few blitz. Damn. No. Can't really do that. I guess because your bishop helps, so might not be that bad. Yeah. So I get that's coming. Way ahead on time here if I can just get my king safe. If I get my king safe, that wasn't a good choice. Probably. Let's not risk it. Okay. Now that's a situation. If I were playing over the board, I would stop and think for a little bit. Okay. Well, because once that, then you could go there, except for my knight will cover that square, so that's no problem. Good. So you can't take. No, you could because your knight's going to cover. So you could take, actually. So if you take, do I take? And then you come back? Yeah, because then I could eat a pawn too. But I don't know. I'm doing well on time, which is a good thing. This could be an endgame that requires some thought. My knight really can't move, but it's fine because you don't have any pawns that could eventually push and do any damage to me. Your knight's stuck there until you make a decision on how you want to play this with your rooks. It needs to kind of protect. I need to guard that pawn somehow, but you can't immediately reach it because this bishop's going to cut you off. You could eventually move my queen and maybe try to get that pawn from here. My rooks can work together to try to hang on to that pawn. As long as I have these two pawns, I'm not saying it's a win for me, but it's going to make you use clock, which will turn into a big problem for you. Yeah, you're using too much time. Come on now. I mean, it's not comfortable, but it's not something that you need to spend that much time on. You don't have a winning move. Are you just going to give up? You're going to give up in a completely equal situation where your king is totally safe and your queen is arguably better, arguably has more potential? You're going to just give up like a little girl? I'm so sorry. I didn't mean it like that. I played baseball. If any chess women watch this, I am so sorry. I don't mean it when I say that. I'm so serious. I'm not sexist. Okay, I am sexist, but only against some corporate women. I really like the chess women. I will say things like that because I grew up like The Sandlot, which chess people probably don't watch those types of movies. No offense. You play ball. You're killing me, Smalls. You play ball like a girl. I don't mean that. I don't mean that. Like Gary Kasparov said, that's how. If Judith Polgar is how girls play chess, and that's so good. Like, I'm so sorry. Just a saying. I don't mean it. I don't mean it. I don't mean it. I have to watch my mouth. We should always consider the context in which a person says something, and also try to understand some about his or her background. And as we saw with the transgender boxing and shit, that's how women die. Where in chess, I understand. I mean, I would have to see evidence before I completely believe women can always be as good or better than men. But if I saw evidence, I would absolutely believe it. And if nothing else, they should get a chance because it's a mental game. But in physical sports, that's why I say it. Because like I could go out and compete in a lot of women's sports, but I'm not a professional athlete. Chess isn't that way. So sorry again. I'm mainly just saying that because I don't want the chess woman to find me in a tournament and kick the shit out of me and then put me on YouTube memes. Okay, 1914 again. That's important. One thing at a time. My blitz needs to get to 2,000. If I simply lock in, I don't really get it. I don't get why queen g7 is bad. Aside from eventually you could do that, but again, you have to move my knight eventually. So then I guess there. I guess it's not as flexible. Queen g8, it's not as flexible, or g7, it's not as flexible. So sure, whatever you say. Yeah, it seemed too quick. Didn't you make that move pretty quick? Yeah, too quick for that move. That's a move where you need to try to. I guess it's still even. I was thinking maybe you should try to get just a small edge. But, yeah, I thought so. What the hell are you doing? Are you disappointed because you couldn't find what are you looking for here? And that's the difference at a lot of online games is I see that there's probably a better move. What, queen b4 is the best? Rook h8, it was second best. So I made a move fast because it doesn't matter. Just don't make a bad move. And then I have time to reset. I agree with spending a lot of time on the move by the opponent because your queen's in a good position. You want to be smart about your plan as you incorporate your rooks. But good gosh, don't just lose the game. Go slow. Okay, so I need 86 more. Hello, viewer. I don't like that move by you because it gives me so much access to the center. I think I want to just play here, actually. I mean, I understand the risk. You know what we're going to do? That'd be bad for you. I'll give you that pawn, I guess. What'd you just do? Use mouse slip? Would appear so. Yeah. Interesting. Risk of online chess. I'm not sponsored. Gets us in a bad habit of expecting handouts over the board. I was going to do that shit over the board. You may just castle. Because of castles. And then you wouldn't take. Because knight a5. And you're trapped. Aren't you? Because it's kind of uncommon to have my bishop there that early, so I guess you are trapped. Cool, cool. Okay. Pretty happy with 1914, actually. Let's play another 10-minute. For the class, I usually play the Scheveningen, something it's close to that. I'm not sure if I pronounced it completely right. Or the classical. Or a variation, I guess, of both. a beginner it's not a mistake, but it's tempting to always want to play this just to kick that knight early. But that pawn can become real weak if we play e5, real weak and a real liability for any plans we have. And then we end up having to leave our bishop to defend the pawn or do some awkward stuff. We often lose the pawn anyway once the rook comes. Just be careful. It's not wrong. Something to consider though before you do it. Come on. What is that? May 22nd. So is it always in May? Who is the highest rated? Who is the highest rated NFL player? I know who won it, but I want to know. I would think there's got to be some quarterback, even a retired quarterback. Like I've said for a long time, Tom Brady would be really interesting to get him into chess. I can't imagine they couldn't get to at least 1800 without too much trouble. Okay, so now that becomes no, it's fine because your bishop and queen can work together, I guess. Now I like that move. If you want to be there, I guess you can. After it takes, of course. It's not hard to work around it. And then if you end up trying to support it with your F pawn, you're going to have all your pawns exerted. You're going to have to castle long, which is always not wrong, but it leads to more things that could happen. More attacking opportunities, I should say. I think you just take my knight. At least that's what I would do. Because obviously you can't push. I'll come there. The Scheveningen, how do you say that word? And who is that? The Scheveningen. The Scheveningen. Who is that, a player? See, that's the incorrect way to play that. Because now I just take, then take, then take, then I'm fine. So that was not what you should have done. Not in my opinion. That's factual. Double my pawns. See if I care. So you can go there. If you take, and you should. Okay, I will take your queen first. Then I will take your knight. That will keep your bishop from checking. I will castle, and I'll just be a pawn. You have to be okay. Okay. Well, that seems like a lot of risk. I don't really want to. I was thinking about something crazy like that, but now if you don't do anything to push these pawns further, which they are very good, I am going to go there. And in exchange for your good pawns, I'm going to protect this one and give you something to think about as well. Also, if I can land f5, which I think you would probably. I think I should have played f5 actually, because you really don't want to give that up. If I break those pawns up, then you have lost your only advantage. Now I do what I said I'm going to do. And if your bishop wants to come, try to force double pressure on that, then I will take the knight. Well, so then you want to go there, I see. So if I go here, I think I can still get away with that. Just because the downside of those pawns being there is your bishop working with your rook or any major piece to threaten me or force me to advance my pawns is gone, because your pawns are blocking your very good bishop pair. So always, or I shouldn't say always, almost always, pros and cons to every move. There are negatives even to the best moves. Often. I talk like I'm an expert. Some of my chess content should be a warning to society about just believing people who speak well. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. But I have fun. And I took speaking courses. Yeah, so now I am going to do that. Should I just go there, though? Because now, all of a sudden, you en passant, boom, and then that pawn is weak. But now, that's got to be right. Because now not only can I get there, I can then bring my rook, and my rooks will be better as well. My rooks will be better, my king will be safe, I'll be up a material. So, should be good for me. Also, if you were to take with your pawn, which you're going to take with your dark bishop, I would assume. If you take with your dark bishop, that does restrict a little bit of your options pushing these pawns. But I would probably still take with the dark bishop. Okay. You be a little careful about pushing all your pawns, though. You might not want to immediately do that. So if I can trade the queens, then it's going to be a lot easier for me. No, since your bishop didn't have a check, I guess I could have discovered. Right? Yeah, shoot. Well, that's my next move if you don't do anything with your rook or to make my queen move. Which if you make my queen move, that would be a mistake, because then I will go here. I will check, and you'll probably trade queens. But I would leave my queen there if that situation. No, I wouldn't. I would take, and then I would. Well, it's not that hard to defend, though, because if I do go there, you could just go there. But then what does that weaken? Then it would allow something like this, I guess. No, because your queen's there, so that's not actually true. Yeah, it's not that bad. You could totally draw this as white. It's important to save as much clock as possible. in case a situation like this happens where you're obviously worse, but it's not unsurmountable. A mistake would be moving the light bishop. Pretty much, if you move the light bishop, it would have to be something weird like that. I don't know if that does anything for you. Okay, so if I go there, you do have to play that. So how about this? First, let's provoke. I want that to be weak. No, I can't do that. Yeah, I can. So it's pretty simple, as it should be. And once that's weak, it'll be a little bit more powerful to have my rook on the c file, just because you don't have a pawn supporting the pawn I'm attacking, which is the c pawn again. I'd love to be able to slide my queen back or have some way to control from the b file, but I can't. Now, this is a quick move. It's a quick move. Not that there's one that's that much better, but you got to make a quick move. No, actually, there is that. That's all you can do. You have to do that. Or you can try to counterattack my queen, but you can't do that because I have check. So you pretty much have to play b3. It's not too complicated, my friend. b3. What are you doing? So if you're looking at that, that would not be smart. If you're looking at that, then that, then I'm just going to play g6. I'm very comfortable because e6 is still strong and well protected. One of the many reasons we should not push our king pawns. Okay, this looks great for me. Waste all your time. Yeah. What are these people doing? I mean, chess is a hard game, but don't make it more difficult than it already is. It's b3. See how quick I got it? I figured it out. It takes so damn long. No, I don't need my bishop for anything. Doesn't really have a purpose there yet either. Go ahead. Sure. And again, where it's great to have a lot of time. Little things like that, which might not be the best move, are still very fine. And if you do anything such as that, I'm going to slip in here. And then if you want to do that, I've got my rook. That's why I use this rook to come over here, by the way, in case I do need this rook to support anything that comes to the F file of my pieces, that is. So important to give ourselves time. Can't push. So you probably just need to take it, really. Then where does your rook want to go once my bishop is threatening it? I don't know, man. You're in trouble. You're in big trouble. Doesn't matter. Yeah. $19.54. It does like that. Why didn't I make that move? Forget. I gave a reason. Forgot what it was. F5. Okay. Oh yeah, who's this guy? What's his rating? Forgot. I think he was like 1300s. So Kyler Murray, Justin Reed, Matt Collins. I just want an idea of how they play. And I'm very surprised. You'd think there'd be more quarterbacks that are the better chess players in the league, and maybe middle linebackers. But I believe it's been defensive backs. A lot of defensive backs have been good. K1 Murr. That's not it. He's not from South Korea. So no, that's not it. Oh, here we go. That's good. So it's 1037. Okay, so there's 1232. Nah, these guys should be just showing up and knowing anything. They should be 1500. That's not right. Not my problem. Somebody is going to retire from professional sports, just go all in on this and get as good as me or a lot better. It's going to happen. Let's switch it up. Wouldn't have. Swift there, and then something like that. I can defend both. Okay. I'd rather come back anyway. Absolutely. And I've been doing a lot more. Well, I say a lot more. I never did really any c3 pushes, but I don't know if I like the c3 with that pawn, because then I'm not really fighting us with a chance to win that. I think it'd be better just development knight. And then I think d3 becomes a little bit fine. Okay, so now do I play a3 or a4? a3. Play a3, I'm basically allowing you to have that with no fight. But then I could prepare b4. I don't want to play b4. So that's not a hard choice. Okay, so if I go here, then you have... So I can't, because then my queen would be hanging. I don't really like that, though. That's what I'm going to play. There was definitely a better way I could have done that. Okay, so I don't want that to happen, really. So let's go ahead and prevent that. I'll continue with my plan. Really? Okay. That's fine. See, with... So now I can get away with this. Because 1, 2, 3. I have 1, 2, 3. So now that's no problem. So now I am okay. I think I should probably take with my knight first, though. Yeah, because if I take with the knight, and then your knight takes, then I'm here. I'll probably end up sliding my rook to the b file. Probably. Though I'm not sure. Yeah, I mean, why give up my bishop here without a fight, right? Don't overthink it. And if nothing happens, well, I shouldn't say that. Because if I went here, then you could just take my... yeah. So you're locked in to take him with your rook. Because if you take with your bishop, then I'll take there. So that is kind of awkward, actually. So it's either here, which would be fine. If I go here and then you take, then I take. I think I like that. No, because then you could play here. So the rook has to take, like I said. Yeah. So now which way do I want to do this? I want to go here. Because your knight can't get me. And I have the option to slide here. I think I'm slightly better, maybe. Feels good. Feels like I am. So you got to defend that pawn, and I think you can only really do that. Nothing is great for you here, but you need to just make a quick move, probably, and fight. Because that's not good. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I guess. Might be premature there. It's either that or I need to play f3. Could even go there. Just be quick about it. Should have been quicker, but it's all good. I might just give you that pawn. I don't have time. I don't have the time I want. I'm even considering that. In a pinch, it would work. Now, if your queen and bishop were reversed, that might be a different story. Probably going here. I think that's a good move there. But I don't see really how I avoid the loss of that pawn. Not how I would have played that. That's not as good as it might appear at a glance. I might even go here and try to see if I can get you to trade the queens. And then I just think my 3 pawns are going to be better than your 2 pawns. And I've got more than enough to hold these off. No. I could even consider pushing more. I love that move, but you should probably go there to prevent that. But either way, my next move is I can get my rook to the 7th. Faster. Shit. Yeah, it's not good. I think I had to give you a rook. You got to play that pretty quickly, too. Damn it. I was winning. Son of a bitch. Make a mistake. Nope. Yeah. Risk of pushing that. Gosh. Okay. So 1914, 1946. It's exhausting. Hello. Having a crisis here. Thanks for joining. Maybe tomorrow. Got a little bit back. I'm going to stop.